So this is what it looks like down the rabbit hole. Welcome to Adventure Cities, where we've got every angle covered in Scottsdale, Arizona. How are you doing?
Scottsdale's motto is the West's most western town, and there's no denying the relaxed, good time vibe in its boutique and gallery-filled old town. But look a little closer, and you'll also see an intriguing modern game-changer of a destination. From the driverless taxis on its streets, to Frank Lloyd Wright's legendary UNESCO World Heritage Site, Taliesin West. Design and art have always been prominent in Scottsdale, and a delightfully inventive example today is Wonder Spaces at Scottsdale Fashion Square, home to an impressive collection of immersive art.
Including this, which is called Rules. But this is art. So are there really any rules?
It might be in the middle of the sun-drenched Sonoran Desert, but Scottsdale is far from dry. The food and drink scene here combines the best of the Southwest with culinary concepts worthy of any major metropolis, garnished with a twist of 1950s Hollywood glamour.
Ballooning is always a great thing to do, and there are many awesome places in the world that you can do it. But Scottsdale is a particular treat. The fact that it's always sunny is not just good for your tan, it's also good for the conditions for flying. They managed to go up 300 days of the year.
Not a bad office view, huh?
That is fantastic.
It's hard to get much more connected to nature than being completely at our mercy. Winds have different directions at different altitudes, so the only way I steer is by changing my altitude.
So what's interesting is when you think about a pilot, you think about the guy flying your plane, but what I learned was that hot air balloonists are actually the original pilots.
The word pilot is derived from the name Pilatri de Rosier, who was one of two of the first people to ever take flight in the history of mankind, which happened in 1783 in a hot air balloon.
At this time of the morning, I'm normally snoring rather than soaring over the Sonoran, but the early start energizes me and makes me even more curious to experience Scottsdale at ground level.
When most people think about Arizona, they think about desert, and today I'm leaning fully into that. I've come out to Tonto National Forest to the Four Peaks recreation area, and I'm going to be trying my hand at UTV driving, which is basically desert buggies, and they go very fast. Saddle up, cowboy.
Chad from Stellar Adventures was the guide who took me out into the vast and wonderful Sonoran Desert, and he was the perfect driving instructor, completely unflappable. He just pointed me in the right direction and let me go for it.
JT drove this side-by-side today, amazing, very proud of him. The entire time he was really progressively faster and faster and faster, and sometimes I'm like, come on, JT, hit the gas, let's go. It's gonna get a little bumpy. Yeah! Doing good, bud! There are over 550 miles of trail in this particular area, and the trails are 100% zero maintained, 100% natural. They change constantly, which is what makes customers come back over and over again, because every ride is different.
If you look around me, this is the desert, but it's so green, it's full of life. Not only is this a fun adrenaline rush, but it's also a great way of learning a little bit more about Arizona and the unique environment out here in the Sonoran Desert.
Following the trails through the towering cartoon-style cacti, we reached one phenomenal plateau, offering us breathtaking views for miles, including a humongous lake.
And just to look at the view, take it all in and just,
One of the things that happens when you're driving around the desert all afternoon is that you get a little bit thirsty. Your mouth gets a bit dry and you get a lot of dust in your throat. So what's the perfect way to deal with that? Well, is to go tequila tasting.
Yeah!
And Chad, of course, knew the best local spot for the perfect desert thirst quencher. A prickly pear cactus margarita.
Cheers, Chad.
With more than 50 spas, Scottsdale is arguably America's capital of rest and relaxation. Whether you're into Reiki or reflexology, massage or mud baths, legendary spots like the Boulders allow you to retreat from reality and replenish your energy levels. And maybe, just maybe, play a little bit of golf. Of course, Scottsdale is synonymous with golf, but you don't need to be an expert to enjoy yourself on the fairways. Far from it. At the Boulders, they promise to turn hapless beginners like me from zero to semi-competent hero in just one day.
All of the frills, none of the skills.
Hey, JT.
Yes, Donald, you're going to teach me how to play the glorious game of golf.
I'm Donald Crawley, the Director of Instruction here at the Boulders. I'm a PGA member, both the British and the US PGA.
It was really fascinating to me that tiny little things like the angle of bend in your back or the positioning of your knuckles can have a massive, massive impact on your golf swing.
Beautiful, knees a little flexed. So this is called the pre-shot routine in golf. Aim, stand, tip and grip, which is imperative as a new golfer.
Aim, stand, tip, grip. Tip upper body and through.
That was brilliant. Well done. What do we do in England? We don't do this too. What do we do? Everything in England?
This is what we do in England.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Well done.
To be taught by such a legendary golf instructor really made a big difference. I now feel that I may not have gone from zero to hero, but I think I've gone from 0 to 1. Ow! I've come out to the beautiful Saguaro Lake Ranch in the Sonoran Desert on the outskirts of Scottsdale. And today, I'm going to find out what it takes to be a real-life cowboy.
Yeah! Yay! Hi, you must be Lottie.
I am. Welcome to Saguaro Lake Ranch Stable.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about what it takes to be a dude rancher.
Saguaro Lake Ranch is very historical. It was actually originally built by the men who built Stewart Mountain Dam. Once the dam was complete, the barracks were renovated and they became the guest ranch that it is today.
A dude ranch offers visitors the opportunity to experience a more authentic cowboy lifestyle by getting involved in all aspects of living and working on a ranch.
Hey, he just bit me.
No. I didn't know that he liked Englishmen. Yeah. Sorry. Cowboys have always mounted and dismounted their horses throughout history from the left side of their horse because they carry their gun on the right side.
Really?
As a kid, my favourite dressing up costume was a cowboy outfit, which my mum made for me. I wore that costume until it fell apart. So it was always my dream to experience the cowboy lifestyle.
Give him a couple kicks and that'll make him go.
All right.
There you go.
That's like turning the ignition and off we go. We're idling down the street now.
JT was eager to learn. We got him out there and showed him the ropes, and right away he took to it. You're ready for the trails.
How do we jump the fence? It was really fun to ride a horse in a real Wild West setting. It felt a little bit like riding through a scene from a cowboy film. You almost expected to hear gunshots in the distance and a posse riding fast towards us.
These are called the saguaro cactus. The saguaro cactus is only found in the Sonoran Desert and nowhere else in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My horse, Bob, was amazing. He behaved himself most of the time, although he was very food-oriented.
Hold up, Bob's just refueling.
I think most people that are out here in Arizona love the weather. They love the climate. Is one of the 5 C's. And the 5 C's of Arizona are copper, cattle, cotton, climate, and citrus. So climate is really important. It's really good for horsing around and getting outdoors.
To get that experience, especially in this authentic setting, was brilliant. A day in the life of a wannabe cowboy wouldn't be complete without roasting marshmallows over an open fire. And that's another of Scottsdale's major advantages. Even in the relative cool of winter, it's still pleasant to socialise outdoors. Finishing my visit to Scottsdale at the Canal Convergence Festival, which is held every November, gives me a chance to reflect on a week well spent in this gem of a destination. This is a place where cowboys meet comfort under the ever-present sun in the West's most charmingly western town. A true oasis in the heart of the desert, which is impossible to leave without feeling rejuvenated.